Welcome to the Document Mechanics series, where you will learn how to engineer professional reports using Microsoft Word. These demonstrations are recorded on Windows 11 Pro desktop computer using the Microsoft 365 Office suite. In this series, I will be working in the full Microsoft Word desktop application. My name is William E. Schlosser. Students call me Dr. Bill. Before we begin, I will show you something. This document contains several figures. Each one is numbered automatically. Each one is labeled correctly. Each figure is cited through the MS Word Citation Manager. And Word has already built a list of figures for the entire report. I did not type those numbers manually. Word managed them. In this module, I will show you how to make this happen. A figure is not decoration. A figure is evidence. Figures include graphs, charts, maps, photographs, diagrams. Any visual element that helps support your analysis becomes a figure. Professional writers do not simply insert images. They introduce them, label them, and cite their sources. This is how figures become part of the argument. In this module, you will learn how to insert figures correctly, label them using structural styles, generate automatic numbering, and prepare your document for a list of figures. We begin with how to obtain figures you can use in your report. In this course, you will often use figures to support your analyses. A reliable source for economic and financial data is the FRED database. Open a browser and go to fred.stlouisfed.org. Search for the data series you want to use. For example, you might search for housing starts, unemployment rates, or producer price indices. When the graph appears, you may adjust its presentation. Click Edit Graph. Here you can change the date range, adjust the frequency, modify the appearance, explore different visual formats. Your goal is not decoration. Your goal is clarity. Make the graph easy for your readers to understand. Once the figure is ready, you download the image. Click Download and save the engine file to a location you can easily find. Name the file clearly. Good file discipline saves time later. Now return to your Word document. You will insert this figure into the report. Before you insert a figure into your document, you must first introduce it in your text. Professional reports do not drop images onto the page without explanation. Instead, the writer prepares the reader. For example, you might write, "Housing construction activity has fluctuated significantly over the past decade, as shown in Figure 1. This sentence tells the reader what the figure will show, why it matters, and where to look for the supporting evidence. Only after this introduction should the figure be inserted. This creates logical flow. Your writing leads, the figure supports. Figures are part of the argument, not decorations placed between paragraphs. Develop the habit of introducing every figure clearly before inserting it. This is a standard expectation in professional reports, graduate research, or journal publications. Now we will insert the figure into the document. Now place your cursor in the document where the figure should appear. This location should be after the paragraph that introduces the figure. Go to the Insert ribbon. Select Pictures. Choose the image file you downloaded and insert it into the document. When the figure first appears, Word may apply a floating layout. We do not want that. Click the figure. Locate the Layout Options button that appears next to the image. Select In Line with Text. This setting is important. When a figure is inserted in line with text, it becomes part of the document's structure. It moves naturally with the paragraphs as you edit the document. Floating images can drift across pages, break numbering sequences, and disrupt document logic. Professional reports use inline figures, so the document remains stable and predictable. Now that the figure is correctly inserted, we will create the figure label above it. You create the figure label. First, click at the beginning of the line directly above the figure. Type the label text. For example, timber harvest levels in Washington State. Do not number the figure manually. Word will manage the numbering later. Next, we add the source citation. Place your cursor at the end of the label line, before the period. Go to the References ribbon. Select Insert Citation. Then choose the correct source. The citation should appear at the end of the figure label, not inside the graphic and not as a separate sentence, never below it. Now the label is complete. The final step is to assign structure to this label. Place your cursor anywhere within the label line. Go to Styles panel. Select Heading 7. This step is critical. By applying Heading 7, you're telling Word this line is a figure label. Later, Word will use this structure to build a list of figures automatically. We do not format figure labels manually. We assign structure. Now the figure label has been created and structured. We will define automatic numbering. You see the citation appear in the correct APA format. The label is now complete. This is above the image, but the figure itself is not yet numbered. We are about to apply a style that controls the figure numbering. Place your cursor inside the figure label text. Do not select the image. Go to the Home ribbon, Styles. You're looking for Heading 7, but you may not see Heading 7. That's expected. When a new Word document opens, only Heading 1 and Heading 2 are visible. Word reveals additional heading levels only after the previous level is used. This is a cascading structure, so apply Heading 3 somewhere in the document. Now, wow, Heading 4 became available. Apply Heading 4 and Heading 5 appears. Apply Heading 5 and Heading 6 appears. Apply Heading 6, and now, when you open the Styles list again, you will see Heading 7. Word did not hide it from you. You simply had not built enough structure yet. Now, return to the figure label. Apply Heading 7. This style will control figure numbering throughout the document. The figure label has been created and Heading 7 has been applied. We are now ready to define the numbering for figures. Place your cursor anywhere inside the figure label. Go to the Styles group on the Home ribbon. Right-click Heading 7. Select Modify. A new window opens. In the lower left corner, click Format. From that menu, select Numbering. A new window opens showing bullets and numbering. Choose the Numbering tab. Then look lower and select Define New Number Format. Now another window opens. At the top, you will see Number Style. Leave it as 1, 2, 3. That is a numbering sequence we want. Below that, you will see Number Format. Inside that active field, move the cursor to the far left of the number. Type Figure. Capital F, lowercase I-G-U-R-E, space. Do not change the active text number 1. Leave it like it is. Now the format reads, Figure 1, period. Leave the period after the number as it is. You want the label to appear as Figure 1. Click OK. Then click OK again until the windows close. Now look at the figure label. This is numbered automatically. Word has now defined Heading 7 as the numbering system for figures. This is the correct method because the numbering is now tied directly to the style. That means every figure label using Heading 7 will follow the same numbering rule automatically. This is why we do not type figure numbers by hand. This is also why we do not use shortcut numbering method outside the style. The structure must live inside Heading 7. Earlier in the paragraph above the figure, you may have typed manually Figure 1. That was only temporary. Now we replace the manual entry with a true word reference. Go to the place in the text where the figure is mentioned. Leave the parentheses in place. Select the typed words, Figure 1, inside the parentheses. Now go to the References ribbon. In the Captions group, select Cross-Reference. A new window opens. Under the References type, choose the numbered figure label created through heading 7. You will see the available figures listed. Select the figure you want. Then select Insert. Now close. The manual text has been replaced by an automatic cross-reference. This matters. If the figure numbering changes later, the reference in the text can update automatically. That means your writing stays correct, even when the figures move. Do not type the figure reference manually. Use Word's referencing system. That is how the document becomes intelligent. We now pause and look at what you have built. You have not simply inserted an image. You have introduced the figure in your writing. You have placed it in line with text so the document remains stable. You created a figure label. You inserted the source citation using the Reference Manager. You assigned structured control using heading 7. You defined automatic numbering. And you replaced manual figure references in your text with Word's cross-referencing system. This is not formatting. This is document architecture. Professional writers do not manage figures manually. They build systems that manage figures for them. Later in this series, Word will use these same structural decisions to build a list of figures automatically. You will not type it. Word will generate it. And when your document changes, the list will update too. This is how large reports remain correct. This is how graduate theses remain stable. This is how journal articles are prepared. In the next module, we will apply the same architectural logic to tables. The students who master this stop fighting documents. Documents begin working for them.